Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Throwing first play is Herbert. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 12. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake. Dillard. Caught. It's the tight end, Kelsey, for a Denver touchdown. Travis Kelsey, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
Hey, smash Broncos! Check mash, check mash.
Throwing to start the drive. Dillard. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Christian Watson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. He's got Mason complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Now Mason. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Ayuk from 19 yards away. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Okay, ready?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Let's go now.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hurry, hurry.
Looking to throw. Dillard under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stones. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First down, Broncos.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready? Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Go.
Back to Walker on first down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a 2nd and 5. More the motion man. To throw on 2nd down. Dillard. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looking to throw on second down. Dillard. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd and 2, Dillard. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A solid stiff arm. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Dillard. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now a 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Kenneth Walker, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find him.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Set. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Dillard. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Seven Pirates. Seven Pirates. Go.
To throw on third down. Dillard. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Sly able to put this one through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert now. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Catch is made by Metcalf.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Herbert on 1st down now. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Herbert throwing again. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Baron Browning, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Herbert operating from the red zone. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and a couple. Now it's Herbert. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. Touchdown, Chargers. Elijah Moore. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. He will return. return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On second down, it's Walker. They juked him. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They need 2. Here's third down. Back to throw. Dillard. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On second and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Under pressure, they got him again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Chargers 21.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That open man that time, they end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Straight ahead, Walker gets past one man. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And Herbert, his 3rd interception. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dillard. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
18 Cardinals.
Looking to throw. Dillard rolling to his right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Charger drive about to get going. Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Mason. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got some space here. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. To throw on second down, Dillard, and he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him. 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Dillard. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the Broncos are going to get the football. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
Third. Right there. Pat the street.
Off play action. Dillard sliding out of the pocket. Targeting more, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kick. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Walker is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. They are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Baron Browning now with his second sack here on opening night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Herbert. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And quickly, they get to the line. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Hey, go lion.
Here's Herbert. This pass caught. It's Woods. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw here, Herbert. And Woods has it complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On the counter, it's Walker. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed and being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 116 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He's going to try and do this himself. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
60 back to 60, please, Lion.
Again, it's Walker. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Off the play fake. Dillard escaping the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Walker. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays. Right?
Oh, my goodness! They were in field goal range, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And
he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here's 2nd down. Herbert to throw. This is caught. It's Woods. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Rashawn Slater, 1st-round pick in 2021, guilty there. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Throwing, Herbert. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight. And